Lady Digger in PA. It's cleared off here, and I'm still traveling in Susquehanna. I did check the dump a little bit. I didn't find anything. I didn't take a digger in, and I really need to dig down if I'm going to find anything. Okay, there's a blue sky now, which is good. Then I'm going to go home, I guess, after that. So it's wicked when you're out there with no AC and it's one of those hot, humid, sunny days. I love this time of the year. So many people, because it's been hot, are saying, I can't wait for fall. Can't wait for bonfires and pumpkins and all that kind of thing. I like that too. Not here because it can be by the old church again. Down to the stop sign. There's a gas station over here. Oops. Look up. Oh. See big rocks into the retaining wall. I see a lot of ash and debris up there, but no way can I climb up there. There's no retaining wall here. Okay, I'm coming down to town again. Okay. The old hotel. A couple people told me when they were younger they lived in that apartment there. Right up in here. Oh, right. I'll be back again soon, and thanks so much for watching and bearing with me as I have the steering wheel and everything else in the way.
You had some rain. I was going to go detecting digging.
Happy digging,
and
everybody.
now I'm downtown, and I wanted to show you some of the sights in the town of
Susquehanna.
Susquehanna. Quaint town, used to be a budding town, and sadly enough, a lot of the buildings like this one here are deserted. Very sad. Alright, I'm going to go up here and take you to our tour up this way a little bit, and then I'll go around. Up on the hill, well, sort of on the hill, up on the road there, are some of the old buildings. Now, the one thing that I've always thought was really cool is how in the years past they used to paint stuff on buildings. I'll show you when I get up here on the one drugstore side. This is just the grocery store here, Snyder's. It's a modern place, obviously. Okay, again you can see up on the road there, the old buildings. It's the ice cream place, Jamie's place. That's modern, obviously, also. There's the old bridge. I remember when they tore the other one down, I was here and saw when they did the explosion to get rid of it. And then they put that new one up, obviously. That was years and years ago. Back then, they didn't have the fancy cameras they have today or any of that. Well, I remember using a VHS machine camcorder to record it. I don't even know if I have the tape anymore. Alright, I'm switching over here. I'm down here by the railroad right now. And I'll show you. All this stuff seems to get in the way. It's a real pain. Okay. Little cars here on the track still. They've been here, gosh, as long as I can remember. They don't have passenger trains here any longer. It's the old tower right here. I'll show you in a sec. This used to be the Strucker house, but it used to be a railroad depot. You can see here. You know what? I need to take this sign down. Drive me nuts. Okay, some more cars. A lot of graffiti. Some of these kids do some good jobs on their graffiti, but these aren't any, too great. Alright. Whoops.
I'll show you the old Erie Railroad. I can't even talk. And that was a train depot. Years and years back. When the trains basically were not a big industry as they were back then, the town sort of collapsed. I'm going to say back in the 60s. Correct me if I'm wrong. They built a restaurant in here. Had that go in the Strucker house for some time, but that didn't pan out either. Oh boy. I can imagine. I try to, you know, like, try to visualize what this was like years ago. Here's the old retaining wall. Goes up along in here. But it was quite the place back then. Apparently trains would come from, I'm going to say Scranton, but even probably further. Maybe the Lehigh Valley area. I'm not even really sure. But then they would go to Binghamton. And as I said, this used to be a really booming place from what I heard in the pictures that I've seen and things like that. Just sort of show the prosperity of how it was at one time. Those of you that live here and have lived here your whole life, you probably, maybe yourself or grandparents, grandparents, saw what it was like way back in the time. I love history. I love places like that. Here's the, I guess they used to look out here and see when the trains were coming. Oh, right. It's a shame nobody has the money to really do anything, you know, fixing up wise, but you can pretty much see why it wouldn't pan out, because there's really no jobs here. There aren't jobs. There just isn't the industry. There aren't factories and anything here to keep people, and that's really, really sad, because there's such a rich history in this town of Susquehanna. Okay, I'll go down along the the main road here, the upper road, Main Street in Susquehanna, and show you. This is the old Episcopal church up here. Okay, just coming up the road here. Coming to a stop sign, so bear with me for a minute here. Okay. All right. I'm coming along the main road now. I'm going along the main road. Here's the old water tower in the distance. They're doing some work on the main road, Route 92. Apparently the road hasn't been strong enough to hold the traffic, and it's started to collapse. I was going to show you that painted thing on the one building, but I'm going the wrong direction, so I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm leaving town. I'm coming up to the main intersection here. Not really main intersection, but an intersection. I get the green, so I keep going. Again, there's a lot of buildings that were one time occupied, and like this one right here, they're not occupied. A lot of them. They have one of them occupied. Looks like the other one might be getting filled up eventually. Alright, I'm coming up here. There's, again, this really cool stone. I'll show you right here. Right in here. All the rocks and everything. Okay. Coming up to another road here. Oh, right, and this is the Catholic Church. Right up here. I will take a side road. Oh, I can't enter there, sorry. I was going to show you the cobblestone brick road. This, I think, used to be an old school. It has a cross on it, so I'm thinking it was a Catholic school for that church. Closed. I think they then used it as a nursing facility or a independent living type place. I'm not really sure. Alright, I'm going up the road here. A lot of old homes, nice old homes up here, along here. Probably in the years past, a lot of them were railroad owned, you know, railroad workers lived in them and owned them, excuse me. Okay, so, again, a lot of them are kept up here. Most of them are pretty decent condition and look nice. Just a very nice, quiet town. This is my doctor's office right here. He's got a big, huge place. I remember talking to him about bottles, old bottles. And I have one of his grandfather's dairy bottles. DeWitt was the name. And they're hard to find. I dug a pint years ago in a Boss pint. So we're coming up, there's Convent Road there. I believe that had to do with the Catholic Church. And there's the Catholic Cemetery over here. It was raining, so I have the windows semi-shut, so I'm going to open them up and make it a little bit easier to be able to see things. I'm going to pull over here for a minute. I was going to walk the dump today, but I don't know that I will. I'll have to see. The dump's over here. I might. I still might. Let's look around there for a few minutes. The other day I wish I had had the camera ready and I'd been able to stop because underneath the apple tree were some deer, a couple doe. Excuse me. Oh, right. I'll be back. Oh, before I go. Here's the entrance to the cemetery. It's August 2nd, and this is Lady Digger in PA. I am just sitting on the side of the road in a place that I've metal detected before, waiting for the rain to die down. All of a sudden we got a little thunderstorm, and I pulled over in here, and I figured I'd sit here for a little bit. It looks like it'll probably clear up eventually. I can't sit here forever with the car running, though. This is what I have in the line of gas in my car. My Gas Hog Blazer, 96 Blazer, seems to eat gas. So anyways, I was gonna do a little scouting around here. I was gonna go up to the little dump section and walk around as well. But as I said, and as you can see here, it's coming down pretty good. To wait for it to stop, and then I'll get out and look around a little bit. We've had rain for 3 days, thank God. We needed it for our spring. That's our water source. We don't have a drilled well. So it's been good that we did have rain, but today I thought was going to be clear, and I guess not. We're getting a shower, so again, it's been very, very dry so far this summer, so we can use the rain. Whoops, I'm getting the camera out into the water. I don't want to do that. Let's see what else. I gotta put the window up too because look, it's dripping in here. Oh, we'll open that side.